Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bio 181. My name is Wes Swenson, and I'm excited to be here with all of you. This is my first semester teaching at CAC. I'd like to thank the lead instructor, Professor Stevenson, for sharing her materials with me. I'm sure there will be a few bumps along the road as I navigate the course with you, and so please reach out to me if you spot any issues or errors. But I think we are going to be able to cover a lot of really interesting topics. A little bit of background on me first. I'm originally from Utah. I moved to Arizona to pursue my graduate degree at Arizona State University, where I did research on biofuel production with a organism called cyanobacteria. Here's my wife holding the latest addition to our family. We had a baby girl in July. I am holding a slew of cats, and no, this is not all of our cats. We have in total 5 cats, 4 chickens, 2 dogs, and a goat. Here's my contact information. You can reach me by email, although I recommend that all of you contact me through Blackboard. That way, everything stays in one place and your emails don't get buried over in my inbox. I will hold office hours. They will be by request only, and you need to do so at least 24 hours in advance. So, for example, if you want to meet with me Sunday at 9 a.m., you need to contact me on Saturday, 9 a.m. at the latest to schedule. The format of the course will be asynchronous online, which means you'll be able to study when you please. We're not going to hold any live lecture or lab sessions. However, there are going to be strict dates and times where you need to submit assignments. The lecture videos will be online on Blackboard. We will have a YouTube channel where you can go and watch the lecture videos. And then the labs will be completed at home, and you're going to use the lab kits in order to do so. Now, the lab kits you need to sign up for to have them sent to your home, and that is due at the latest on Wednesday. But I implore all of you to do so as soon as possible so that the people who send out those lab kits aren't overwhelmed, so that you're ensured to have those lab kits before the assignments are due. Again, the required materials will be on Blackboard, and please communicate through your Blackboard to me, but be sure that you're checking your CAC student email regularly to not miss any communications. The textbook is freely available on the OpenStax website, so you don't have to worry about purchasing a textbook. However, you will need a webcam and microphone for the course. You will need to get the laboratory kit. Here is the breakdown for the assignment. Okay, so we have 4 exams. Each are going to be worth 100 points each for a total of 400 points. The lab activities, there's 15 of them this semester, each worth 20 points. So that's a substantial portion of your grade. Additionally, there are going to be some lecture assignments. Each week, you will have a checkpoint assignment that will test your knowledge on the video. And lastly, there will be a lecture assessment that will also test your knowledge on the video. The structure of the checkpoints is a little bit different than the assessments. The checkpoints tend to be more of a simple answer, whereas assessments really require you to dig in a little bit more, maybe synthesize some concepts by looking at a variety of different pieces of information throughout the lecture, or maybe drawing different chapters together. And their format is most commonly going to be some sort of a very short essay, under 250 words per assignment. They will all be due on Mondays at 11:59 p.m. with exception of with the exception of the final exam, please refer to the schedule for exact details on that. The exams are going to be taken through Blackboard using the Respondus Lockdown browser and Respondus Monitor. You must have these installed on your laptop or your personal computer. They will not work with a Chromebook or other such tablet or a phone. So this is an absolute mandatory piece of equipment that you're going to need for the class. There are no exceptions. If you want to be taking this online course, you must have that. If you do not have a laptop with a webcam, that's fine. We have a loaner equipment program at Central Arizona. So, Central Arizona Community College. So, please get a hold of them. Here's their email if you want to reach out to them. It's also going to be in the syllabus. So, navigating Respondus on Blackboard can be a little tricky. You have to download the software, and there's going to be a guide in the in Blackboard to cover this topic, as well as a link to download the software, and you're going to take a practice test. You will get credit for this practice test, and this practice test is mandatory for all students. You're going to have a 1 week window to complete each exam. So we should all have plenty of time to complete our exams. There shouldn't be any major hangups for us. So there is some latitude there. They are going to be timed exams. You'll have about 45 minutes to complete the exam in a single sitting. And exams 1 through 3 only cover the previous unit. However, the final exam will be comprehensive. So don't lose your study notes before the final. The general format may change, vary a little bit from this, but I'm going to try to stick to about 40 multiple choice matching questions worth 2 points each, and 3 to 6 short answer questions worth about 20 points in total. Lab assignments. Again, there's going to be 15 lab activities, each worth 20 points. You're going to be using the home kits, which are free, but there will be some materials that you will need to provide. These materials are going to be common things you find in your kitchen, or you may have to go to the store and purchase some perishable items and things like that. Please use the form on Blackboard to order the kits by Wednesday. The lecture checkpoints. And 15 lecture checkpoint questions. They're going to be worth 5 points for each assignment. You're going to go through the lecture and then write down those questions from the lecture. This is very important because when you go to submit your answers on Blackboard, you'll notice that I don't restate the questions. And so they're just going to be listed there, and you're going to know what question 1 is, question 2 is, because you watched the lecture video, hopefully. So don't expect the questions to be rewritten, but that's where you'll submit your answers. The lecture assessments, now they will be on Blackboard, written on Blackboard. They're not going to be buried in the lecture. So after you watch the lecture, after you do the lecture checkpoint questions, um, go ahead and pop onto the assessment, which should be right below that on Blackboard for that week, and complete the short essay. There are study guides for each week. In my course, they're going to be ungraded study guides, so they're just for your own use to assess how well you are prepared for the exam. Attendance is going to be mandatory in this course. I know that seems a little bit unusual for an online course, but basically, if you don't submit complete assignments, I'm going to count you as absent. Now, some students might feel like they can partially complete an assignment or um, maybe just submit assignment without doing anything. When I mean complete an assignment, you have to demonstrate that you actually went through the materials in order to complete that assignment, or else it won't be counted. Any student who does not participate for 2 consecutive weeks without notifying me will be automatically withdrawn from the course. I will be accepting late assignments. You can turn a late assignment in a couple of days late, but for each day you're late, we'll be looking at a 10% deduction for every day late. So if the assignments are due Monday at 11:59 a.m. and you turn it in on Tuesday at 1 a.m., that's going to be 10% off the assignment. Academic integrity is very important to me. All written assignments, including the exams, will be screened by SafeAssign software. Plagiarism is not tolerated, and everything must be written in your own words. Now, be very careful. Don't go out on the web and just Google the questions and find the answers there and take those and plug them in. If I see that you're taking answers from Google and it's obviously not in your own words, you're going to get it wrong there, sure. But it's also important not to do this because we're working with a specific set of definitions, right? And material here. And you need to be able to demonstrate that you're learning from the material those definitions, right? So going out on the internet, you're going to find a variety of different opinions, a variety of different answers, and you could end up getting some work wrong, even though you did your work there at trying to seek out the answer. You just got the wrong answer. The first infraction for a violation of academic integrity is going to be a 0 score on the assignment, and the second infraction will be failure in the course. If you have any special circumstances that you need to let me um, know of, please do so right away. For example, if you're a student athlete or you have registered access. Some tips for being successful in the course: check your Blackboard and your CAC email regularly, especially because it's my first semester teaching. I'm going to be making some errors, I'm sure, that I'll need to correct through announcements. There may be some changes to the assignments that I need to be able to contact you and let you know about. So make sure you're staying on top of that. Additionally, stay on top of the weekly assignments. Again, everything's going to be due on Monday, barring any changes to the schedule. So, what I really recommend you to do is get started early on those assignments and work through them. And that way, if you have any questions that pop up, you can ask me for help in time where I can get back to you, or we can have a office hour session. I reserve the right to have about 24 hours to 48 hours before I can get back to you, especially on the weekends. So make sure you communicate those things with me ahead of time. Remember, I need about 24 hours in advance in order to schedule an office hour. First week to do list is going to be, above all else, order those lab kits using the form from Blackboard. Complete Lab 1, the introduction to the laboratory. It's worth 15 points. Download the Respondus and complete the practice test there. Read the syllabus and complete the contract questionnaire. And then do the Chapter 1 lecture checkpoints and assessment. And that's it. Thank you all for joining me in this introduction video. Good luck to everyone in the course. If you have any special questions, please reach out to me, and good luck.